This is a document about another targeted individual over in United States, I think. So just have a listen.
My name is Robert Roby. I live in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I am a targeted individual.
What started all this? Why would you be targeted? You just look like a normal citizen.
Well, I think it actually started, I guess it was like back in April 2006, shortly before I moved out of the neighborhood where it started. I was having problems with neighbors next door. They were constantly making noise, and I made constant police complaints about it. And then eventually the police came after me instead and accused me of lying on the neighbors to harass them. And they were doing other things too, like they called the housing authority over a dead Christmas tree that I had on the back porch. And they were also there was like 5 of them. They were they were surrounding me and interrogating me with all kinds of questions, and one of them included am I a serial killer? And then I moved out of that neighborhood a few weeks afterward, and that's when the trouble started. That's when I came home from work the first night and found the soda tab resting on top of my DVDs, and I just stood there looking at the soda tab, and I was wondering if somebody broke into my apartment at first, but then I was thinking that maybe my landlord must have come in without giving me notice to make repairs. But then again, I wondered why my landlord was going through my DVDs and how he got the soda tab there. And I know it didn't come from me because I don't drink soda very often, and whenever I do, I only buy in bottles. I don't buy in cans. And
are you being stalked also?
Oh yeah, I'm being stalked also.
How do you know that? How do you know they're just not cars following you, or just doing their thing? Not following you, just doing business.
Well, that's a good question. It actually started. I started becoming aware of my stalking, because it got more intense in September 2008. I would, when I came home and found my apartment completely ransacked, and then afterward would come home to smaller disturbances, such as things being relocated, cheap items missing, and then when I actually got the deadbolt on my door, the home invasions, that did stop the home invasions for a month, but during that month I was getting a whole wave of public harassment with people yelling things to me or giving me dirty looks. And then and then shortly before it started up again, things seemed to have calmed down. And then I experienced the home invasion started up again, and I ended up moving out. But moving to that's when I moved to Corryville to try to get away from it. And I know it followed me there when I came home. My family and I, we went out, and then when we came home, I found my DVDs rearranged. And then when I went out, I would always see somebody, a few people watching me, talking. Almost everybody seems to be talking on their cell phones and looking over at me. And when I discovered when I discovered that I was under electronic surveillance, I would hear comments being made about what I'm doing inside the apartment, from neighbors and then from coworkers. And
could you explain electronic surveillance?
well, at first, when I made that discovery, I was thinking they had cameras in the apartment, and
Who's that?
the neighbors and the other perpetrators. At first I thought they had cameras in the apartment, so I tried looking for them and couldn't find them anywhere. But my mother, she did have an EMF detector, because she was one of those people who believe in ghosts, and she used them to scan for ghosts. And she offered to let me use that, and she told me that if there's any cameras or bugs, then it should go off in places where there shouldn't be electrical currents. and it did go off in some of those places. I ran an EMF detector through like the furniture, and it went off around the furniture. But yeah, when I tried looking for the buds or cameras there, I still couldn't find them. And
EMF detector.
oh, that's EMF. It stands for electromagnetic fields, and that's for detecting electromagnetic fields that emulate from commonly wireless devices, but it also emulates from some of the surveillance technology they use and the weapons they use.
But why do you think people would bump your place? Or why would they want to listen to your conversation? Why do you